Hey folks, this is Coby with CobyWright.com, and I'd like to welcome you back to another weekly live training session. And sorry I had to start over because I started without recording it, the sound. I'm known to do that every now and then. Luckily I caught it pretty soon today, probably before even y'all noticed. Uh, so there we go. If this is your first time, I need to point out the orange text down here at the bottom. And this is how you join the SMS list. You simply text the word webinar, WEBINAR, to the phone number 615-326-1155. And that will, by joining the SMS list, you will receive text messages, notifications of when I'm starting the coaching sessions, excuse me, I can't talk today, and also when the replays are posted. And the replays are mobile friendly, so you can watch them from your mobile device, and you can even view the webinars now from your mobile device. GoToWebinar now has that technology. So if you want to join the SMS list to make sure you don't miss any of these trainings, because I know it's not always convenient to be next to your email and watching it, just text the word webinar to the phone number 615-326-1155, or you can scan one of these QR codes and then press send. I believe this only works if you're in the U.S. I do know for sure it doesn't work in Australia. And so if you test it and it doesn't work, let me know so I can add that to my list. So far, I only know that it doesn't work in Australia. So with that being said, let's jump right into the questions. The first question I got from Troy, he said, what do you think about all these marketers pushing their products on the new Google changes again? How do you deal with Google and their constant changes? Well, with 2 words, I don't. In my business, I try to depend on Google, or at least let me take that back. I try to depend on Google's search engines as least as possible, because they're not dependable, and I don't even think they're fair, to be honest, because they just kind of, it feels like they just do whatever they want to do, regardless of quality. So I've never, sorry, let me back up. It hasn't affected any of my sites extremely. Maybe they lost a rank or, maybe 1 or 2 spots. But for the most part, any of my sites that I've checked anyways, that were producing an income for me are still on the first page, and they're still getting traffic. So to me, it's not really that big a deal, and I haven't even messed with any of them since the first update. I'm not even sure which one was first, the penguin or the panda, but I think the penguin was first. But whichever one was first, I haven't even messed with them since that one. And so now they just did another one, their third one. I think they call it the EMD. Update. I'm not even sure what that stands for. So, how do I deal with it? I try to basically, whenever I'm building a website, one that I plan on getting ranked and getting SEO traffic from. Obviously, I do most all the normal SEO stuff, but I don't go overboard. But mainly, I guess what I'm trying to say, or what I'm getting at, is when I'm creating my websites, I create them with the user in mind. Like, I go through and make sure I have quality stuff. Even if it's an affiliate site, I'll make sure that the information is good. I'll make sure it's correct. And when I share it and stuff, I share it on Google. I'm sorry, Google Places, Facebook, Twitter, etc., those type of places. And I make sure that I have those buttons, share buttons when possible, so that my visitors can share it as well. Because in my opinion, I think that's really what Google wants, right? At least right now. They like to see the social interaction. They like to see the interaction with your website, in one form or another. So if there's lots of people sharing it on Facebook, well, then Google's going to assume this must be a pretty good website if all these people are wanting to tell their friends about it, and then also they're going to take into account, like the time of the, there's another thing that came up lately, or a lot of these updates, is, increasing the user activity. And one of those ways to do that is by just having them stay on your site longer. You can do that by adding videos and just by adding more premium content and stuff like that. So now, what do I think about these marketers that are pushing their products on the changes of Google? I think that's kind of a good idea. And I can't really fault them for that. You know, that's kind of what we're out to do in this business. We find problems in our industry, and then we find ways to fix it, right? And Google is always going to be something that, you know, people are interested in learning about. And SEO, traffic, people, for some reason, a lot of people, that's the first place they want to start, is, you know, building websites, SEO, traffic, and stuff like that. So I don't really fault those marketers for, you know, kind of taking advantage. And they're not really taking advantage, but they're using it to their advantage, I guess, is the word I'm trying to say. I don't fault them for using it to their advantage, because, you know, I think they have good, probably most of them anyways have, you know, they have good will behind what they're doing, and so they are actually trying to help. And so there's going to be some guys out there that are just trying to make a quick buck. That's always going to be the case. So I wouldn't go crazy with buying all the new products to fit the Google updates, regardless. Unless, you know, what I would do though, if you find something that looks interesting and it may help your business, then go for it. You know, but I wouldn't jump on it just because, oh, they made a new change. I gotta go, you know, I gotta figure out what's that, what I gotta do. I gotta go buy this new plugin, or I gotta buy this or buy that. So I wouldn't say just jump on something to buy something just because of a new change. Fill it out. You know, excuse me. I'd say it's worth it to, you know, maybe pay $7, $10 for a small PDF just to find out what they changed, you know, or what they're looking for now. But the sad thing is, or fortunate thing is, none of us will ever really truly know what Google wants, except for those that work for Google and those that write the algorithm. So for the most part, we're all pretty much guessing. So I don't really put a whole lot of stock in SEO at all, really. And on top of that, I don't put a lot of stock in the Google updates. And I just, you know, I kind of mind my own business, and I just build my list and keep on trucking. So I decided from day one that I didn't want to depend on the search engines for my traffic. And of course, if I get traffic from the search engines, that's just an added bonus for me. And my blog actually does get quite a bit of traffic from the search engines, but it's not because that I've done anything in particular. In fact, I don't even try to rank my blog, my CobyWright.com blog, but it'll show up in the search engines for a lot of things, simply because, you know, I send an email to my list, and they go to my website, my blog, and they watch you know, a coaching replay or something. They like it, so they hit the Facebook share button, they share it with their friends, or they plus one it on Google, or they tweet it, and, you know, then their friends come and watch it. And so Google sees that. They're like, oh, well, you know, there's people that are talking about this on Twitter, and there's people that are going and visiting the site, and they're staying on it for a long time. This must be a quality site. And so, you know, that particular page in my blog will get ranked. And so that's how it works. And whenever I find out that I'm ranking for something, that actually usually shocks me, because I never, when I set out building a business 3 years ago, I never expected to really rank in the internet marketing niche for any keywords. So now that my blog does rank for some, and it gets about 10K visits, unique visits a month. So that's not nothing that's, you know, amazing, or, you know, there's sites that get that much a day or more. So, but, you know, it's nothing to shake a stick at either. So I don't know if that really answers your question, Troy. Basically, what I try to do to counteract all these Google updates is I just make sure that all the content that I create and I put on my blogs, my websites, is good content, that's quality content, and that it'll whoever visits my site will gain something from that. If you just keep that in mind, then you're going to make money, or, you know, with your site, and it's going to get ranked. So the days are gone of, you know, what's called a thin affiliate site, where there's not really much on there other than affiliate links. Those days are gone. So, you know, maybe now you may want to start looking at maybe doing like authority blogs and stuff like that, and branching out from there. And all I mean by that is just, you know, like CobyWright.com, that technically is an authority site, because, you know, it's PR. I think it's PR2. Could be PR3. I think I'm just PR2. I think I lost. I think I was PR3 at one time. I think after one of the updates, they dropped me to PR2 for some reason. I think it could have just been the PR checker that I was using was off at the time because of all the updates. But, you know, and I don't buy backlinks, or I don't do any backlinking to my CobyWright.com blog or anything. You know, about the most that I will do is I might social bookmark my post, you know, and tweet it or something like that. but beyond that, I don't really do much. And these days, I'll usually just go to Fiverr and pay someone to, do like 300 social bookmarks for me. And I've always believed in social bookmarking, and that's really the only major form of backlinking I've ever really used, and it's kind of always worked for me. So, I hope that answered that question, Troy. I know it's kind of vague and maybe not necessarily off the topic, but like Elizabeth said, yeah, they want good content and social proof. I agree with that completely. And Vic is right too. Vic said that the feds are looking into Google right now, and they actually are. Google is being uh, accused of becoming a monopoly and abusing their power. So they actually are being investigated. So I don't think anything will come of that. I don't really know, but they are. So that is a good point. Thanks for mentioning that. All right, Lucas asked about WSOs, or Warrior Special Offers. So we're going to switch gears here, and we'll jump over, start talking about that. Now, I did a coaching webinar not too long ago about recruiting affiliates. So I won't cover that too much. I'll just put the link here for y'all. Let me go grab it real quick. Right. Oh, good and handy. It's the second one here. So I'll put that in here for y'all, and I'll put it in the chat box for you. Yep. So that will help on the recruiting the affiliates part, and because that seriously is a a coaching session its own. So, but now the rest of your question, let me go back and close my question box for some reason. There we go. I got it back. Okay. For the rest of your questions, you asked how to, oh wait, hang on. He's got a good product coming up and some cash prizes to pay for it. How should I organize the prizes and the sales, etc.? Great question. Okay. And let's just go and look at, let's go and look at an example of one that I saw today from one of my buddies, Rodrigo and Ervin. Let me pause my screen and grab the link. I think it's in my email. So let me log in my email real quick and get that for y'all, and we'll look at their page. It's a pretty good one, and then we'll go from there. Because Ervin and Rodrigo are both experienced the WSO vendors. Some of you may have even bought the product that me and Rodrigo did together about a year ago. Insanely simple niche profits. About putting hands on stuff. Okay, let me just find the box or the page. All right. I'm going to put the link in here for y'all so you can, again, this isn't mine. This is friends of mine, so I haven't done a WSO since December because I've been lazy. Don't worry, though, that's changing soon. We've got plenty in the pipeline for next year. So first thing you see, there's a setup a little differently. I usually don't do mine this intricate. In fact, mine are normally pretty plain compared to theirs. So I'm going to go to mine too, one of mine, Guru Hijack, or the Guru Hijack.com/WSO affiliates.html. So you can see the difference here, and my next one that I do will be a little bit cleaner than this, but it'll be pretty similar to this because I'm a pretty simple guy. So I usually keep it pretty simple. And you can see on here, example of prizes that we did. We only did, since on this giving away 100% commission, we did small prizes. So we did 100, 50, and 25. 30 sales, 20 sales, and 10 sales. And I think we actually had a fast start bonus too as well, because I took it off here after the and an EPC bonus. I took those off after they were over. And you can see mine. It's pretty simple. Let me put the did I put the link in there for y'all? I did. Okay. Basically, it's just a video, and sometimes in my videos I get really goofy. I'm not really sure what this one says on here or what I say in this one. So if it's goofy, I apologize. The main part I try to do in these videos is I just try to capture, their attention somehow. I've even like thrown money at the camera and just done silly things like that to try to get my affiliates' attention, and maybe they'll promote the product. One thing that I always do is I always put an opt-in form so they can join the affiliate list, and also ask that you require them to sign up, to get your prize or whatever, because most people will sign up anyways. But just don't abuse your affiliate list. There's nothing I hate more than signing up to someone's affiliate list and then getting an email for them selling something the next day or the same day even. That happened to me today. I signed up on a JV list and I got an email. I signed up this morning. And I joined their JV list this morning, and then right before I got on the webinar, there was an email. They were selling something, or it was an ad swap or something, and so I unsubscribed. Do not do that to your affiliates. Okay, if your affiliates want to get emails from you promoting stuff, then they'll join your promotion list. They'll get on your regular list, which I have affiliates, or I have people that are on my regular list and also my affiliate list. Some of y'all also some of y'all that are on my regular list also promote my products as well. So, but you're not going to get any sales messages or anything that doesn't have to do with my products or making you money as an affiliate from my affiliate list. And so I suggest that you do that the same, because that's the quickest way to run an affiliate list. The JV list is to start sending them sales promotions, because that's not what they want. These are other marketers, so you're probably not going to have a whole lot of success selling to them anyways, because most marketers don't really buy. Most established marketers don't really buy a whole lot of stuff anymore. So because it's given to us for the most part, or we just don't need it. So I keep it really simple. I'll put a video in here, make it real personal, and tell them what it's about. Get your links here. When I did this one, we used JV Zoo. It says JZ Zoo. It's supposed to be JV Zoo. So I put a link there for them to get their account, because when we did this, JV Zoo was somewhat new. And actually, this product got JV Zoo product of the day, which was really cool. And so I'll put them a link to get their account there and a link to the sales page. Pretty simple. Then you can see the affiliate leaderboard here, which takes them to, this is actually kind of over, but it's into, JV Zoo, takes the leaderboard here. And then they can also promote other WSOs. So they click that, it'll take them to Warrior Plus. They can log in. They can see all of my current WSOs that are available for them to promote. So now let me just go over this one, so just kind of give you an idea of what to expect. And now they set theirs up really nice, and you don't have to go to as much as they did, especially if this is your first one, because you probably don't even want to go through a whole lot of trouble, or you maybe don't know how, and it gets easier as you go along, and you'll kind of find your own style. But you can see they've installed looks like probably Optimized Press, some type of it's a blog. So let me see if it's Optimized Press. Yeah, you can see at the bottom, powered by Optimized Press. So this is Optimized Press. If you don't have Optimized Press, oops, then I wouldn't worry about it. But if you do, then you can use it. I don't own it because I don't really mess with WordPress too much. So I usually just use HTML for mine. But you can see they've got a video, they've got some info on the product. This is one thing that I really suggest you do if you can, is put a layout of your funnel like they have here, front end, OTO, and OTO2. And the main thing that your affiliates want to know about the product is what it is. They want to know what you're selling, what you're teaching, and how it's going to benefit their subscribers. And then also how it's going to make them money. And of course, they got their branding down here with their faces. Very important. You can see but they have it categorized up here. So that's the welcome tab. If you go to grab your links, You can see they have where your affiliate links are. Now, you could also put all this on one page, so it doesn't have to be like this. You can put this all on one HTML page. It's all one long page. It's fine. They got the information for review copy, which is also important. Don't be scared to give out review copies. In fact, you should probably anybody that asks that is legitimate, then give them a review copy, because one person can lead to 10 sales, 100 sales, 500 sales, maybe even more if it's the right person. And you can see they click on the sales page review. They got to copy their sales page, and then they've got a place for the leaderboard. And of course, this product just launched today, a few hours actually ago, so they don't have the leaderboard up yet. So that's that simple, and that's how I set it up. Oh, I wonder, where's their prizes at? Oh, they're not even doing prizes because they're already prizes, but it's a mystery thing. So that was what I was really wanting to show you. Let me see if I can find another one that I seen today. I know what it is. Well, I'm going to go and find one more for you that has the prizes on it so you can see. Typically, mostly that's about the minimum bar. Typically, try to figure out, with the math in your head, and try to make it as low as possible, but also, you don't need to go in the hole, especially if you're giving 100% commissions. If you're not giving 100% commissions, then it's easy to figure out, if they sell 10, if you're selling a product for $20, it's easy to, and you're giving away 50% commission, then it's easy to figure out, oh, well, if they, that they're getting $10 per sale, so they only have to sell 10, and I can give them $100, so if you're giving away $300 for first, you could just set your minimum as 30. And 30 is a great minimum because pretty much any affiliate with a decent list can send you 25 sales. And I don't mean decent list in a bad way, but most affiliates that are worth having will send you 25 sales. I mean, anybody that's going to try to win your contest will be able to send you 25 sales, I guess. That's not very hard to do. Then when you start making it 100, then you're starting narrowing it down. And the problem if you have 100 as or a big number as the minimum, well, it throws people off. Let me trying to find this one. Here it is. Okay, on this one, I'll show you their contest. This is for, you can see he's got first place 500, second place 300, third place 200. And in this particular one, he's having no cell count to reach in order to participate. So I think that having no minimum is good, but for your first product, obviously, you're going to need to set a minimum because you don't want to go in the hole. So what I would do, again, is just use the math and figure it out. But you can see here they're doing first 300 and 200. This is pretty similar, or this is a pretty common setup, doing something like that. It doesn't have to be this much. I think Lucas told me he had about $600 to spend, or budgeted for prizes. So if I was going to do 600 for prizes, what I would do is I would try to give out like 300 for first. Second would be, so that leaves you with 300 more. Second would be 200. I would do like 150. I usually like to make first to be the majority of it so that everyone's fighting for it, of course. You could do third, 75, fourth, 50, fifth, 25. Also, that's another good thing to do. Another thing to do is if you can pay down. I like to do 5 spots when possible, when I'm not giving out 100% commissions, which is actually usually most of the time. But when I'm doing other things, I like to pay down past 3, because sometimes people, they're like, oh, well, I don't have a chance of winning. I can't send 100 sales and win first, but I think I can send 10 sales and I might be able to sneak in there for 5th, or maybe I can send 20 sales and get 5th. And, if you can get a $25 prize for something you're already promoting anyways, then that's great. So that's how I would, something similar to this, just so that they're motivated to get first. I mean, pretty much anything $100 or more is worth it for first, and of course, the prizes aren't a necessity, but if you can afford it, definitely do it. And an example on this one, this is a really good example of a squeeze page because they actually required you to opt in before you could actually get your link. This is my friend Imka. And I believe it was TV. Nope. I was just trying to figure out what the page was that he made you opt in for. But the front page just had a video of him telling a little bit about the product and about the commissions and about the contest and said opt in here to get your link. So that's how that worked. All right, so I hope that answers your question. I know it may not be fully. That's how I would structure the prizes. And watch the other coaching session about recruiting affiliates. I give you a lot of, basically my strategy. And I'm not the best at recruiting affiliates, but they'll give you some ideas and some places to start. The main thing when recruiting affiliates is exposure. So you want to let as many people know about your launch as possible. Vic asked, do you use Twitter very much and what for? Twitter. Yes, I use Twitter I guess pretty much every day. For the most part, I just have, I need to go to my account, huh? For the most part, I just have it connected to my Aweber, so it tweets emails. But I also tweet other stuff. For me, most of my tweets are going to be using automated tools, so I don't actually go in here and type it. I don't actually go in here and tweet. You can see some of my tweets I've sent before. These are all emails. The Aweber link, of course. So for me, I use it as a way to just get more exposure for all my stuff. Whenever I do a replay, I post a replay, I'll tweet it. Whenever I put a new blog post up, I'll tweet it. Whenever I send an email, I always have it tweeted. And so I do get on here and interact with people sometimes, not a lot. And actually, Twitter is actually kind of cool. You can get on here and do a lot of things with Twitter. You can, for example, I'm not logged in. Log in. Apparently, it logged me out from a while ago. So we go over to one thing I like to do when I come actually log into Twitter. I'll go to Connect and see what people have tweeted for me or have followed me or whatever, and just kind of look and see. You can see Carolyn, she retweeted me, favored one of my tweets. Got a few people that joined me, or that, I'm sorry, followed me. Stella tweeted one of my list building replays, and same with Carolyn up here. The next thing, so if there's anything cool in here, like somebody retweeted me, I'll go up and I'll retweet this. And so now whenever Stella goes and goes to mentions or interactions, she'll see that I retweeted that. And she's like, oh, cool. And so, it's they're helping me something. And a lot of times too, if I'll even retweet people's affiliate links, like if they're promoting something for me, I've done that before, or if they're promoting one of my giveaway events or something, and I have to catch it on Twitter, then I'll retweet it for them too. I mean, it doesn't bother me. They're trying to help me, so I'm going to try to help them. Even if it is their affiliate link, it's okay, because it's for a product of mine. So I mean, and the next thing I'll do is I'll go to mentions, and it is similar as what we were just looking at, but same thing. This is not going to show the people that just followed you. Basically, anybody that mentioned you or tweeted something of you. As you can see in here, there's people that have tweeted and mentioned my name or whatever. And so then I'll go through and look through here, and I may follow them or retweet for them or whatever. And then once you start doing that, you'll have people that'll, I've had conversations here with people, and it's led to, like coaching and stuff like that. So it's fun. Don't get, Twitter's like Facebook or any of the other social networks. You can spend all day on here and not get anything done. So I suggest you schedule a time, to check it out every day or once a week or however you can fit it into your schedule. And then just, go and check it out and see what people are saying about you, and maybe retweet them or whatever, and vice versa. Start up conversations, reply to them. Like if I want to, if I want to reply to Carolyn here, I can just click reply. Say, thanks for the tweet. Yeah, I probably should have retweeted it, but you get the idea. It looks like that's the recruiting affiliates replay that I just posted. So she's actually put that on LinkedIn for us. Awesome, so I'll go retweet that too. So see, even though I'm sending it to what looks like her LinkedIn page, I'm sorry, I don't know why it's got that. It's got a short link. It threw me off. So that's how I use it, and probably not the best way to use it. I'm not the best at Twitter. I know that since some people may be following me and think that I'm just a spammer or something, since most of the stuff that I send has a link in it and has and it's from my emails, but if they do think that, they can unfollow me. Make sure a few people left, just make sure everybody could still hear me and everything. I think still. Yes, awesome, cool. Cool. Good. Looks like Lucas left to go watch the recruiting affiliates video. No problems, Lucas. So that's about my extent with Twitter. I don't spend a whole lot of time with it, but it does have some value, and you can build your list with Twitter as well. But I usually like to just I'll tweet a squeeze page occasionally, but for the most part, most people that are on my Twitter are probably going to be on my email list anyways. So but you can also use Twitter, and you can pay people. You can get sponsored tweets, and you can have them tweet your squeeze page as well. So you can just go to Google and search ads. You can get celebrities to tweet your stuff for you. So you can use that more way than one. For example, you can get someone like Paris Hilton to tweet something for you, and you're like, well, why would I want Paris Hilton to tweet something for me, Coby? That doesn't make any sense. Well, what if Paris Hilton made a tweet and said, this is the best tooth whitening, or want white teeth, check this out, or something like that, and promoting a teeth whitening, or something like that, a beauty product or something like that. She'd probably get a lot of at least clicks at the very least. So if you could pay them to send you a tweet, maybe you send a CPA offer out for a teeth whitening offer, maybe a pay-per-lead or something. And so that's another way you can use Twitter, and we could talk all day about Twitter. I'm not a Twitter expert, and I don't really claim to be, so that's how I use it, and I hope that might help you. Yeah, Troy said the Oprah's of tweeting. Exactly, absolutely. And I'm trying to think. There's a site that you can pay. I think it may just be sponsored. Let me go to Google search, just so, since we're talking about it, not google.com. Let's see. Sponsored tweets. Let's type that in so that we get. And it is sponsoredtweets.com. So that's what it is what I thought it was. Sponsoredtweets.com. Let me put that in there for y'all. And if that's something you're interested in, you can go in there and dig around and look on it. You can see like they have celebrity tweeters, pro accounts, etc., etc. Let's go look at their celebrities. See, there you go. And you can actually, you can also join them as a partner and get them to pay you to send tweets. So something to keep in mind. It's sponsoredtweets.com. Put that on our notepad. All right, let's jump to the next. One. Next question. Let me get my question box. Sorry. So I hope that helps, Vic. It may not be exactly, but that's how I use Twitter. Joey said, that's what I like about you. You're real, not fake. You put your pants on 1 foot at a time like the rest of us. Yes, sir. No reason, and you know, that's something that this is kind of off topic, but we're out of questions at the moment, so I'll just talk on this for a second. I think that I see a lot of internet marketers doing, and people that I coach also, and something a lot of people struggle with. So it's not like I don't necessarily think look down upon them for doing it. The problem is a lot of times, especially when you're starting, is you kind of struggle with the fake it till you make it. A lot of people say fake it till you make it. A lot of people, kind of struggle with that, and I was one of those people. I didn't want to fake it and say, oh well, yeah, you can do this, this, and that. You can make money online, blah blah blah, and then myself not having a clue. So that's something that that's just me personally. That's just I've always wanted to just my personality, I guess. I wanted to not only talk the talk but walk the walk. So because when you do stuff like I do, and you have people that pay you for coaching and stuff like that, I mean, if someone pays you $250 to talk with you on the phone for an hour, how am I going to answer their questions if I don't know how to do it myself? And then if I can't answer their questions or I don't help them, I'm basically just scamming them, and that's not what I want to do. That's not my personality. I would not be able to sleep very easily at night. I like to sleep a lot, so that's just me. And by doing that, folks recognize that, and so it actually helps me more. And so by not faking it and just telling people, hey, I don't know anything about that, if they ask me, then they like, hey, Coby's cool. He's a cool guy, and I'm just like y'all. I'm exactly like y'all. Some of y'all, I was probably in the exact same spot you were at one point in time. So if that is something that you struggle with, like how am I going to teach people how to make money online whenever I'm not making money online? Or how am I going to create a product about making money online if I have yet, I've only made a few bucks, Coby. I'm not comfortable with that. My answer to that is create a software or a plug-in or something that will help make our lives as marketers easier. But you don't have to, you don't know how, you don't have to be making tons and tons of money online to be able to create a software. All you have to do is know about problems that our market faces and, go about fixing it. So if that's you and you're struggling with creating a product because you think that you don't make enough money online to be able to show people how to do it, then, think of ideas and ways that you can make your life as a marketer easier and try to turn it into a software. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, Coby, I don't know how to program software. Well, y'all are forget who you're talking to. I don't either. There's lots of ways around that. There's it's very easy to outsource it, and a lot of times you can outsource a desktop application for fairly cheap. Or at least cheap enough that you'll be able to recoup your investment fairly easily. Through a WSO or whatever. And then, of course, once the product is created, you can sell it for years and years and years to come. And there's even other ways around it as well. There's you can buy software. You can buy the PLR rights to software. Sometimes you can get the actual source code itself. And then if you have the source code, it's very, very easy to find somebody to another programmer or something to make it into a larger product or a better product, or to just brand it as yours. Or you can maybe be able to brand it as yourself. So that's something that I've always striven to do. I've always striven to, just be real and be myself, and that's what I always suggest y'all do. Just be yourself and let your personality shine through. And regardless of what your personality is, there's going to be people out there that are drawn to you. No matter what your style is or what you like to do, there's going to be people out there that feel the same way about life and about marketing as you do. So just find those people and make your job a lot easier, because internet marketing is a huge niche. All you need is a very, very, very small slice to live comfortably. Uh, so we got a premier question now. Oh, you're very welcome, Vic. Elizabeth said, how did you get your first people on a list? Now, in the beginning, I tried building a list. Like when I first started list building, I actually started with a company that was like an all-in-one solution. It was actually called Third Spear. And they had an autoresponder and hosting and everything tied together, affiliate management system, everything. So I started with them and didn't really know anything about list building and just kind of, basically started doing forum marketing and got people joining my list that way and article marketing and stuff like that. But then after about 2 months, they went out of business. They closed down, and so I had to find someplace else. Luckily, I only had about 50 people on my list, and so after that, I went a few months and didn't really get anything accomplished as far as list building is concerned. And then finally one day I decided, you know what? I got to pick something. I got to get serious, and I got to buckle down and do it. So I decided that I was going to be a list builder. And so and from that day I said, okay, I'm not going to do anything else until I'm just going to build my list. And so I started doing that, and I also started a little bit later, about 6 months to a year later, I sold off a lot of my niche sites to focus even more on list building because I was starting to get unfocused. So I decided I wanted to be a list builder. I wanted to be in the list building niche. So I put up a squeeze page and et cetera, et cetera. Now, my very first funnel, was about affiliate marketing. I had a PLR product that I bought that came with a 7-day course about affiliate marketing, a newsletter essentially, a seven-day e-course. And I used that to build my list, and I just bought solo ads. And I think I may still actually have, I actually still may have that first, let me see, go and see if I still have it up. I may still have that first funnel still up. Free, I put it on a subdomain, free affiliate marketing course.cobyroute.com, because I made a I thought it'd be good SEO wise back in the day to use this to use subdomains and use keywords in them and stuff, but of course I wouldn't do that these days. I just use a folder and put it on my main site. But and this actually isn't even this is a different squeeze page now, so I've changed it since then. I was hoping to show it to y'all. It's not. It's a different one, so it's gone now. But it was a good looking one, and so I just started buying solo ads, and I bought solo ads until I reached about 1,000, and I started doing ad swaps. And I was doing ad swaps like basically every day, and then I realized that once I hit like 3,000, that I was still sending pretty much the same amount of clicks. I was like, wow, I've tripled my list, but I'm still sending the same amount of clicks. So that's when I decided that, I didn't need to be ad swapping so much, and I need to start maybe providing value to my subscribers. And so that's when I started cutting down my ad swaps. And for a long time, I only did one a week. I do 2 a week these days. But also, I started trying to connect with my list. And so after I had my first 1,000 subscribers, and I still continued buying solo ads. I still buy solo ads today. I still do ad swaps. Then I started doing article marketing and PDF, document sharing, taking my articles and blog posts and turning them into PDFs and submitting them to the document sharing sites. I did a coaching session on that once before. That's at www.cobyroute.com/fast-traffic-tactics.html, and the F and both T's are capitalized. Put that in here. Boom. That'll help you with that. And that's what I started doing that also, and then just kept building my list from there. And then I started doing giveaway events, etc. You know what? That's how I got the very first couple of people on my list as well, was doing giveaway events, JV giveaway events. So that's another thing that I did, and just started growing and kept going from there. If you Another good way too to get your first couple of subscribers is you know, you can do a free WSO. You can do a free WSO. That's another one. It costs $40, and you have to be a member as well. I'm sorry, you have to be a member of the War Room, I believe, in order to post a WSO, which is a $37 one-time fee. And then every time you post a WSO, it's another $40. So the first time it'll cost you $77, but every time after that it'll just be $40. And you can. The cool thing about these, a lot of people don't know, is that when you release a WSO, a free WSO, if you will go and use the keyword alerts by going to Warrior Plus, which is Warrior Plus is an affiliate system that is for the Warrior Forum. So all the products sold at Warrior Plus are only available on the Warrior Forum. So go to warriorplus.com/WSO/alerts. And that was wrong. Maybe it's just alerts. Maybe I misspelled something. Let's go see. Well, oh, /alert, no S. I'll put that in here for y'all. So once you get on this page, if you go down here, and you can see a list right here of the most popular keywords. So what you want to try to do is, you know, right now, WordPress is the most popular keyword. And I guess I should explain to you all what this means. As you can see over here on the left, all these names. These are people that I've bought products from or etc. And so whenever they release a new product, I get an email saying they released a new product, blah, blah, blah. And you can do the same thing with the keywords. In this case, I bought these and they just ask you when you purchase it, do you want to get notifications from when they release a new product or something? I said yes. But you can also, you say I don't have any keyword alerts, but you can set up your keyword alerts in the same manner. You just go over here, WSO keyword, you might type in, you know, PLR, notify by email, you know, instant, daily, weekly, add alert. And so then anytime that something with PLR, anytime a WSO is released that has PLR in the title, I'll get an email. And so think about that for a second. Let that sink in. Now, how would we use that to our advantage? Okay, well, whenever we're crafting our title, we want to try to get as many of these words in there as possible. You know, and now, of course, if you're using a PLR software for WordPress that's based on Facebook, you can get, you know, 4 of the top 5 keywords right in there. Let's just say that you're doing a PLR, a WordPress PLR. Maybe it's a plugin, or let's just pretend it's a course. You know, so you're doing a WordPress PLR course. In your headline, you would want, or in your title, you would of course include both those. And what that means now is that 589 and 582. So almost 1,200 people would get an email saying that you just released, that a WSO matches their you know, their keyword. And so then they'll click on it and they'll go and they'll visit yours. So it's kind of like getting a free solo ad. So if that makes sense. So if you use a free WSO, be sure to visit the warriorplus.com/WSO/alert. And also if you're doing a paid WSO as well, and try to get, you know, just keep these keywords in mind. And also you can use these keywords to get ideas on what to release. So that will, I hope that helps. And I just remember now that someone had asked, I think, about podcasting. Let me go back and look. And let's see. I thought there was a question about podcasting. Let me find it in here. Vic said, how do you use Aweber with Twitter? Great question. Let me go over and sign into my Weber account. And pause the screen and log in. Right, and we passed 17,000 today in Weber, so I'm happy about that. Even though that's not unique, that's duplicates. We're about 700 or so are about 16,300 or 400 or so unique. So, but we got 17,000 total. So I'm happy about that. Of course, this is not my only autoresponder, but hey Weber, how do we connect you? Let me think for a second. I know that when you broadcast, let's say that we're going to set a broadcast. I'll click on previous broadcast editor. I know that when you do a broadcast, if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see that you may have a box here. Yours may not be checked. It may just be like that. If you check it, you see I've already got mine in here, put in here, and I'm trying to think where I added this. I believe that you do it in, let's see, list settings. Let's see. Huh. I guess it's been so long since I did it. Let me see. Let me go to my accounts in there. No. And so you may just have to go and set it up from. I don't know. I wish I should give you a better answer for that. It's been so long since I've done it. I'm sorry. Let me figure it out here. I thought there was. Let's put Twitter, see what it comes up. Let's go this first one and see what it says. I'll have my broadcast automatically published to Twitter. A video. Yeah, you do. You go to list settings, basic settings, social media slashing. Okay, and then you have to authorize Twitter. So apparently I missed that. Let's go back and look. And I guess actually let me give you that link too as well. So I'll send that link to you. And let me go back. And we go to my list settings, basic settings. It said it was in here, but I don't. Oh, here it is. It's under personalize your list. And second one, social media setting. Okay. And of course, I don't have Facebook, so I don't have mine connected with Facebook.